Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to MARKYPICKS, and today I got the NBA player props for you for Wednesday, May 13th. Another brutal night last night. 0-3 on the three-man slip. It was a disaster of a game as well. It turned out to be a blowout, and I was expecting a very competitive ball game here. It was a semi-competitive game for like 3 quarters, but that fourth quarter came around and it just went all downhill from there. Spurs completely ran away from this game, and that kind of was what summed up this slip. I mean, we had some good looking props here, at least for a couple of these. Julian Champagnie, we came up just a bucket short out of him. De'Aaron Fox, we came up just an assist short out of him. Rudy Gobert was really the only one we were way off on. And, Rudy Gobert was just not doing good in this game at all. He had some opportunities early on in this game. He just didn't capitalize. He was dropping passes. I mean, he had some open opportunities, which he needed to capitalize on, and he just didn't. He got blocked by a dunk, I believe, early on in this game by Wemby. I guess no surprise there, but I mean, Rudy got to find ways to finish. He just didn't in this game, and it was I don't even know what to call it. This fourth quarter was just a disaster. I mean, I was expecting a very competitive game. Anthony Edwards really wasn't a big factor in this game at all. I mean, he got 20 points, but I mean, he really wasn't as aggressive as I thought he would be to keep this game competitive. And that's really what was the main cause of why this game wasn't competitive in his fourth quarter. Anthony Edwards wasn't being as aggressive as he probably should be. Spurs ended up winning this game. So we did go 0-3 here on this slip. A couple of nights here that was just not going to cut it. Not going to sugarcoat anything. Some bad reads here by my end, I guess. We have been just missing on some of these, but, we'll see what kind of games we get here today. Again, just one game today. Limited number of options, but we'll see if we can get back on the right spot here today. We got the Cavs and Pistons here. Huge game here, Game 5. I think this is going to be a fantastic game. So hopefully we can cash out a slip today because we are in need of one. So without further ado, got 3 props. Let's go ahead and dive right into them. So real quick, guys, if you've not checked out ParlayPlay yet, they're giving you guys free money over there. 100% deposit match up to $100 using code MARKYPICKS. So if you guys have not signed up for this site yet, highly recommend you guys do check it out because they're giving you guys free money. It'd just be smart to take advantage of it. So use code MARKYPICKS, get that offer, get that free money, and start cashing out slips over there. First prop I got for you guys here in the NBA today is going to be Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 assists. Got him at 5.1. So I know a lot of people are probably going to be flooding to Donovan Mitchell for his over on points, and that's definitely understandable because Donovan Mitchell has been going on an absolute scoring rampage over these last couple games. And that's why his assist line has came down. It's at 3.5. This is the lowest I've seen in an assist line for Donovan Mitchell this whole season. We've seen 3.5 assists as goblin lines this year. For a majority of the year, I believe, for Donovan Mitchell's assists. So the fact that we're getting this at a 3.5 line here on PrizePicks, I think it's a fantastic value here because on the season, I believe he's cashed the over 70 to 80% of the time, which is insane. Insane amount of times he's cashing his line. 3.5 assists for a guy that's going to be out there pretty much 40 minutes. I know he's probably going to shoot a ton. I get it. If you guys want to take his points, it looks good. But 3.5 assists just seems like a dang near lock in my opinion. Now you guys can see here in these playoffs, he is getting 3 assists a lot of these games. A lot of these games he's ended up getting 3 assists. Okay? But the opportunities are still there. I mean, you guys can see in some of these games, he's still getting 10-plus assist opportunities. So it's not like he's not getting any assist chances. Guys just aren't hitting shots, and I guess that's just like the playoff pressure. Guys like Dean Wade, Sam Merrill, Max Strus, Harden, Mobley, Allen. They are really like the other scorers for the Cavs. And Donovan Mitchell, he is a primary shooting guard. He's going to look to score more than the past, but I think, with Donovan Mitchell being this involved on the offensive side of things in terms of his scoring over the last couple games, I definitely do think there's going to be heavy defense thrown his way. So I think it's going to lead to some easy assist opportunities. And whether that's Dean Wade knocking down some three-pointers, Max Strus, Sam Merrill, those kind of guys knocking down three-pointers, or if guys are helping off the paint like Duren, he steps up to try to stop Donovan Mitchell's drive. That's going to lead to some alley-oop chances for Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So I think the assist opportunities are going to be there in this game for him. So 3.5 assists just seems way too late in my opinion. Projections at 5.1. That's pretty much because that's pretty much what Mitchell's been averaging this season. Is around 5 assists a game. So the fact that we're getting a 3.5 assist line, I think is a very good value. I would be surprised if it stays at 3.5. I do think it will get bumped to 4 flat at least. I mean, if you could take it still at 4 flat, because I do think there's a good chance he ends up getting just 4 assists on the dot. But yeah, clear value line here in my opinion to get him at 3.5. Next one I got for you guys is going to be Dean Wade over 6.5 points and rebounds. I'm at 7.7, so it just makes sense. If we're going to take Donovan Mitchell over on his assists, then we got to take one of the Cavs shooters over on their points. And we took Dean Wade over on his 8 PRA line in that last game, in game 4. He ended up only getting 5. He didn't even attempt one shot in that whole game, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't expect that to happen here in this game again. Dean Wade, he is a guy that's going to go out there and play 20 to 25 minutes. And he usually isn't the most involved guy on the offensive side of things, but he is a very solid rebounder. He will go out there and give you 3 to 5 rebounds, could even give you more than that. And he is a guy that is a three-point shooter. He's going to hover around the three-point line. And if he does get the open looks, which I do think he will in this game, with him not being as much involved on the offensive side of things in these last 2 games, I think the Pistons are going to make it a very big objective to try and send Donovan Mitchell tons and tons of defensive looks, and that's probably going to leave Dean Wade open in the corner where he does like to sit. That corner wing area is where Dean Wade likes to sit on the offensive side of the ball. He's not really involved on the offense. That's really all he does is sit in the corner, crash the glass sometimes. That's all Dean Wade does on offense. So I think that the Pistons are going to try to make Dean Wade beat him in this game, and if that's the case, I'm going to be on the over here 6.5 because he just needs to make really 1 or 2 threes, and we're going to be golden, I think. Because he is a guy that's going to be out there grabbing, I think, 3 to 5 rebounds pretty easily. He's going to get anywhere in that range. I could see it. So as long as he can make 1 3, I think he can snag some rebounds and get to the over relatively easily. And for the kind of player he is, he's definitely accustomed to making 2 or 3 3-pointers. That's definitely not out of the realm of possibility out of Dean Wade. You know, he may not show it on a daily night of him being this, crazy knockdown shooter, but at the end of the day, that's who he is. He's a 3-point shooter on offense. He's a guy that's going to give you some good defense and rebounding on the defensive side of the ball. That's Dean Wade for you in a nutshell. So, playing correlation here with Donovan Mitchell over his assist, it just makes sense to take one of the shooters. You can go Strus, you can go Merrill, Dean Wade. He's had a quiet couple last 2 games. I think he goes back and has a little bit more of an impact here on this game. If you guys want to take your prop betting research to the next level, go ahead and check out Props Edge. Go as deep as you want into researching props. You can look at graphs, trends, matchups, anything you want to help you lock in better edges for props. Check out Props Edge. Click the link down in the description below. Use code MARKYPICKS. Get you guys 20% off for a month over there. Closing out the props here today we're taking is going to be Tobias Harris under 18.5 points. Got him at 17.9, so here we go, guys. What did I say in that video a couple days ago about Tobias Harris going under his points line? He finally went under his points line last game. He ended up getting only 16. And, of course, I knew he was due to go under. I just knew it. And I knew he was going to go under the day that I don't take his under. So, hopefully, he goes on a little bit of a cold spell here. And he goes under once again here in this game. Again, you guys know I'm probably one of the biggest Tobias Harris haters out there. Okay? He's been balling out in these playoffs. I'll give him that. But, I mean, he's just barely getting over these lines still. It's not like he's going over by a crazy amount. So, we're getting another Tobias Harris line at 18.5. And, I mean, I'm going to go right back to the under here. I am. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a sweatful pick here. But, again, Tobias Harris, I just still don't believe him. I still don't think he's this guy. And with this game being the most pressure game, I think I would say for Tobias Harris and these playoffs. I know they had a 7-game series, against the Magic and whatnot, but I still think this game right here is going to have the most pressure because if Detroit does not win this game, they're going to be cooked. Okay, Cavaliers are going to beat them in 6, which is what I predicted to happen. After those first 2 games of this series, I said the Cavs will win this game in 6 because I'm really not afraid of this Detroit team. Okay, because when you have Tobias Harris as your number 2 scoring option, you're not going to win no championship that way. I don't care how good Cade is. When Tobias Harris is your number 2 option, you're not winning no chip that way. It just isn't going to happen. So I think Tobias Harris is going to crumble miserably in this game. Hopefully that's the case. Because if that is the case, the Cavs should easily stop the Pistons here. Because, really, the reason that the Pistons are, kind of giving us problems is because of the ability Tobias Harris has been bringing. And the second that Tobias Harris stops, scoring at this crazy clip that he is right now, the Pistons are cooked. And I think that's what's going to happen here tonight. Hopefully that is the case. But Tobias Harris, I don't care what you've been doing in these playoffs. Kudos to you. But you ain't fooling me still. I'm still going to take your under here on the 18.5 points line. And the Cavs should easily stomp the Pistons here and bring it back to Cleveland to wrap it up. So that is my props here for this video today. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on this video. It helps me out a ton. All the crazy love and support in these videos has been amazing. You guys show it each and every one. I really do appreciate it. Also, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new here. Keep growing little by little every single day. I really do appreciate it. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.